What's up guys, Johnny and Bob here with Team Legit. Today we're going to do the maiden flight of the Immersion RC Manta, little manta ray looking aircraft. We've got our GoPro rolling, our FPV cam on. One thing that I've noticed now that we're out the field is the bays are just a little bit too small to get enough components in there. If you're running just straight FPV camera to the Video TX, I'm sure it'll be fine, but the second you try to put an OSD or any kind of wiring in there, it makes it really difficult. So if Immersion is going to make a power distribution board with OSD and a complete system built in, it would be a great application for this. Don't forget to make a nice spot to just plug your XT60 directly into it, because the wires get a little bit tangled up and it's hard to get it in there. Alright guys, we're going to get this thing in the air and see what it does. Holy crap, this thing actually flies? It's pretty fast actually too. I have a feeling that the naze is limiting my...
Your angle?
Yeah.
You might be in angle mode.
I don't think I am.
If it says...
I have it all the way, the switch all the way off. Get it trimmed out. She actually flies pretty smooth. Yeah, I would like to make some subtle adjustments, but with this little breeze, that's pretty quick. If that was a true reading, it was kind of quick. But... 4 minutes. It tracks pretty good actually. Look how smooth it looks. I wonder what it looks like on the GoPro. Alright, I'm going to step off the runway before I put my goggles down. Here comes a high-speed, low-pass. It actually tracks really nice. I'm enjoying the flight characteristics. It's kind of docile. It feels literally like a sports car version of the Zeta 61. I mean, if the Zeta 61 can roll and maneuver and do those kind of tricks and stuff, I think this would be the guy that do it. Let's see how its slow characteristics are. It's a little bouncy because of this breeze, but I can't fault the plane for that. One great thing about it is that it takes a 2200, so you're going to be able to put your... It crabs real nice in the crosswind. You're going to be able to put those batteries that you guys have a bunch of and fly for long periods of time. Unfortunately, we don't have an OSD on here right now, so I couldn't tell you my amp draws and readings and things like that. It is getting tossed around, but again, I can't fault the plane. It is kind of choppy up there. Let's check out its glide characteristics. I'm going to make my pass, and then I'm going to chop the throttle. It's sporty, I'll give it that. Glide, it kind of sinks.
Well, remember, it's gliding into the wind.
Correct, but still, it's got enough airspeed over those wings to keep it afloat. Let me try that again. I had pulled back on the elevator, and that could also be a CG issue, because I am trimmed up quite a bit, but it's not gliding how I would imagine. And that's partly because of the wings. Look at that sweep, and they're very narrow chords. See, that should actually float much better with enough airflow coming over the wings. It should float much better. Let's go FPV. Oh man. The contrast on this camera is not the best in these low light situations. Can you guys see the aircraft? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull goggles off, so just point my head towards it. Cool. Yeah, the contrast with this slow light situation just doesn't do it any justice. It's sporty. That's the only thing I can say right now. Let's attempt to roll. And now the sun comes out as soon as I put my goggles off. Very sluggish on the rolls. That was full sticks. With a little bit of speed, with a little power behind it, it flies pretty good. It needs to go fast. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, it doesn't like going downwind. It doesn't like slowing down. But it looks good. I mean, in the air.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah, if you don't have to stare at that that beak. Yeah, I definitely like speed, and you can tell that. Just I knew that right off the bat when you look at the wings, how swept back they are. All right, I think we should, let me bring it in for a landing, and then we'll put another battery in there. Maybe Ian, if you want to give it a fly. I'm going to start kind of out here because I know it doesn't like to glide, and we don't want to have another Sky Hunter episode.
Very choppy.
Abort.
Very choppy today.
This high KV motor definitely does it some justice because you get that punch when you want it. It's definitely choppy bringing this thing in. Ah. Let me start on the other side of the runway. Attempt number 3. It just wants to come in pretty fast and just getting tossed around. You're gonna have to cut the throttle right as you touch down. That's okay. See, it just gets tossed around. Well, eventually it's coming down one way or another. This is true, Mr. Bob. All right, you know what? I'm thinking I'll put it on the glider pad. Because on the glider pad, I just need to put it down one way or another. The glider pad might be a little more forgiving.
I don't know why the fake grass produces grass stains on the airplanes.
That's a good point. Maybe it's just that fake paint that they put on there.
Never understood that.
And this is carpet.
Yeah. Why carpet produces grass stains, I don't know. I guess they're just getting that realistic with it.
There you go. It's not bad. It flies good when going fast. I couldn't really get a chance to see its tracking abilities on the goggles just because of the contrast and the lighting right now. I don't know if this huge blunt section right here does it any good, but overall, I mean, pretty much anything you put power behind is gonna fly as long as it's built somewhat decent. But this guy does okay. With these wings sweep back like this, you need a lot of airflow. Most people don't know this, but when the wings are swept back further, you have less wing loading. You actually need a lot more air to travel over the wings, and the cord is pretty thin to begin with. But I don't know. I'm gonna give it a
Another flight.
Yeah, I think I want to give it another flight. Let me see how it goes. Actually, I'll let you fly, and I'll jump on the camera and see what your opinions are. If we have a battery charge. But overall, I think it's a good concept. It's a good design. This whole bay area needs to be reworked, maybe a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, unless they come up with that solution for the PDB with the OSD and everything built into it. And have maybe like an RTF or a PNP package where you just put your receiver in there. Overall, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a bad plane, but again, I can't give it a full thumbs up just because, and again, the wind doesn't do it very much justice. It was getting tossed around a little bit, and it definitely needs speed to keep it in the air.
Yeah, it did not like to go slow.
And I was having some difficulty actually landing it because I kept feeling like it wanted to tip stall. And I just wanted to keep some air moving over that surface. All right, guys, just got done flying the Immersion RC Manta. I would definitely like to see a little bit more of this aircraft. I want to fly it just a little bit more and get it through its paces. Maybe fly it on a little more calm day. As you can see, it's a little bit choppy today. We've got some turbulence coming down from the mountains and whatnot. And the plane was getting tossed around, being a small aircraft like this. Overall, I think the build is good. I think the concept is really good. The design is good. I would change a few things about it. Maybe bring the sweep forward just a little bit. Extend the wings out just a bit more to give it a little more surface area. This pod right here could use a little more aerodynamics and maybe shrinking down a little bit. I think it's just too massive here. I know the concept of keeping the bumpers and the camera off the ground. The bay definitely needs a workaround. They're going to do that all in one PDB with the OSD and the flight control and everything like that. It might clean things up. Maybe have little plugs and jumpers where each individual component can go, like your VTX and your RX and your camera. The power system that was selected for this aircraft, I think was pretty good. It was punchy, it had enough throw. I'm actually propped down just a little bit. I didn't have any torque rolls. I did notice it did want to kind of tip stall if you pulled back on the sticks. I didn't really experiment too much with actual stalling it. Overall, my thoughts on this aircraft currently are, I just want to see more of it. I want to fly a little bit more. I want to, put it in the air and get some more packs through it. If you guys like seeing us bring us first impressions and showing you guys what's the latest and greatest in FPV, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out. If you guys like what we're doing, make sure you click the like button. That directly correlates to Bob's ego.
Absolutely.
And as always, I'm Johnny. I want to thank Ian and Bob. And thanks for watching, guys. Let's see if we can get another battery charge with this thing. Today, we've got one of just a handful of samples. So I don't really have to get into details as to why it's called the Manta. It actually looks like a manta ray.